I am the back. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, we need some music. Pliny, sure. So I've played a few games offline here, and what I've noticed is it's easy to kind of spiral out of freaking control here. I'm thinking maybe some kind of diminishing returns on stuff. But it's mostly dependent on me playing with the grenades, which become really, really good once you... No, stupid. It's also like, it feels like a lot of the time it's... Better? Worse? I didn't go to the new store. Yet. Come on! What am I missing? So compare this to how quickly I kill them with the grenades. I think the grenades definitely need some kind of this says upgrade. Yeah. I just want to play one run here. What I'm thinking. Shit! I lost my train of thought. Maybe the solution is simply to only allow 3 upgrades or 5 upgrades or something per spell. That could be a solution, I would wager. So we're gonna go this way, but I don't know if we want to go... I think we can sacrifice 1. This gives us 3 and we can buy something. Also think that this should increase the cost. somehow. Because now they all cost 2. Would be pretty fast to just export these and fix the... I think I can do... Can I not just do this? Utilities, dump, shop item localizations. Wait, I want that open. I need to see it all the time. Maybe it's okay. Now I have all the shop items here. We can just copy them over, go into English, and we just... It's gonna include the ones that already exist, I think, so we should be fine by just... Oh wait, maybe it doesn't export the blessings now that the blessings are... Also, where is grenade toss not description? Did I... Wouldn't also grenade toss... I think I need to rethink that. One second. Keep that. Let's re-enable all the blessings just for security. And then we play. And then we go do, because now we have the localization loaded. Before it didn't. Do have this issue that it inserts those there, and that we cannot. Cool. So let's go through and see if we can fix those. Dash, rail, arcane shards, blizzard, nova, heal. Spell mobs. The simple solution would be to just do this on all of them and just do this, and then maybe on all these lines replace underscore with space. But only in selection. Can you do that? Whatever, it's probably pretty fast to just I'm thinking, let's use a syntax like this. It is hard though with localization to get this right. Uh, Um, um, I have some ideas. Let's that should make it a little bit less annoying when you're like trying to do stuff. We should disable the blessings. I wonder, like how I can fix this power curve, because it feels like it's hard in the beginning, and then it becomes easy, and it should be the opposite. But I also want the player, the player's avatar power should feel like it goes up over the time or time playing. I don't know. It's strange. I'm also doubting my, because he has put this like this. I'm gonna do this instead. Make a table. If value is less than 0.3, I want to set the shop room type to be shop room type spells, blessings, and then the last one should be everything. So we do 0.3 to something like this, maybe? Instead of whatever. So it's 50% chance it's everything. It's 25% chance it's spells and 25% chance it's blessings. Well, Lawrence, how's the UI stuff coming? Um, that's great. That's really great. Max HP, we can put that on the dash, for example. I think we're gonna limit the number so that more spells are encouraged. Faster recharge. Which one do we put it on? Like the main spell is always the best one to put things on. We need a better better way to think of this. Also, in the everything shop and the spell shop, we were there already, so if the shop room type is spell, if I already have it, why does it? Or everything, yeah. That's why it came up there. Blessings, we don't have any more. Upgrades. I think blessings could be a concept that still exists, but they need to be much more fun, like to give you wings and you can fly over pits and things like that could be a blessing, and they're like costing 20 or something. If I can't buy them, what they? This doesn't check cost, right? I don't think it does. So what do we do? I'm tempted to say that you couldn't apply a spell thing to just like maybe you can't do multiple of the same type. on one thing. And let's just toy with the thought that every I don't have Photoshop up, do I? Yes, I do. Okay. So let us imagine. Here's our spell, or for the fun of it, let's imagine it being a dagger here. Here's our dagger. It's really ugly, but it's a good dagger. The dagger has slots in it. Now we're in the World of Warcraft territory here, and in those slots you put in these gems. I have a couple of different ones. Maybe there's one open here. Okay. Good dagger. Like, Lawrence, this is roughly what you would draw, right? Yeah. Perfect. So there's a weird dagger. And then in the other hand, we have this... I don't know. It's a lantern or something. I don't care. And in that one, we also have, like... In this one, maybe we have 2 slots. So this is like materia system of Final Fantasy VII. Why is this? You see this? That's weird. And in this one we have other things. I'm not sure why is it this? Or is it this? Doesn't seem to care. Good. So let's say we have these colors of things. So this guy over here, it's like a crit thing. You can have one crit thing in your dagger, and that gives you 5% more crit. And it also gives you an additional 2% per equipped red gem. Something like that. How good would that be? So we limit the number of slots we can have. We still give you a way of getting more crit than one gem could be. Another interesting part would be to have variable quality gems. So there's just like a better version of the gem that you can pick up. So you gotta like throw away the one you already have. Gives us a another money sink. It does give you that pick what to slot dilemma. Yes. So what I'm after is that the class system in Snaker X, right? So in Snaker X, your different parts of the snake have different classes, and there are groups of classes, sort of. And they have different attributes, and it says maybe one type is like, I don't know, a warrior, and that is like gives other warriors, like every warrior at level 3 gives all other warriors something. That is sort of what I'm after, where we can have like a whole bunch of things that work together and gives you a little bit of a, you know, how should I put it? Like, it gives you some kind of strategic thinking around like what you buy. It also is a money sink, and it's not like you buy 3 things and then you're set. It's like you can more gradually increase your power. Maybe there's also a limit, or what should we call it? Like, not limits. Requirements for a gem, which could be like requires one red gem in every slot, and that if that happens, then it becomes twice as good or something. You just have to figure those things out and like and do that. I think that could give this game a little bit more depth. I also think maybe it's like one step too far. Maybe this first step is enough. Like, I'm not making snake eggs. I just think that's a cool idea. I'm gonna go take a leak. Låter bra? Ja. Fint. Either way you cut this, we're gonna need to show what's inside of a spell somehow, and we have this tooltip, and what I'm thinking is let's just maybe make something else that can describe exactly what a spell looks like. I'm also thinking maybe the spells need to be copies of these, not one single instance. It could be cool to have a dual setup where you can like have one type of rail in one hand and the other in the... I don't know. Maybe that's confusing. With the blessings, it's sort of weird, or the spell mods, sort of weird that it's the same is applied to many of them. But gotta start somewhere. So what I'm thinking is this tooltip is like built into this button, so it's not usable if I like pick the let's say we buy a rail and then I want to apply max HP. I cannot show this tooltip there, so I'm thinking let's make another separate thing that can show us our spell tooltip. And in the end, it'll be some kind of dynamic system for all tooltips. Let's start with the spell tooltip. So we're gonna create some kind of base class. We call this like spell info UI or something. Gonna be a mono behavior, and we're gonna have like public TM Pro. Then we're gonna add to solution, save, and do this something. Call this name text, description text. We're gonna need an icon. Guitar circle. Image. Icon. Why do I have to press that multiple times every time? That's weird. So, I'm gonna have a public void initialize, to which we will pass the spell. Is there a good reason not to make it general for shop items? This is Mac OS Monterey. I could make it for shop items specifically. And then each oh yeah, it's I got my own window. The thing here is up here, it's something I wrote myself. But it is, if you look at like its Finder. Yep. Do we want to make the shop item info, and then each subcomponent could like almost add itself? Maybe we do let's also do this public combine. Let's start with just a spell and sure why it doesn't. It's not called combined spell. It's compose spell. There we go. So let's start with getting the shop item from this. Name text equals shop item name. We should also like let's just have an update function. This will remember which spell we have, because we're gonna like say we're switching languages or something else changes. We don't want to well, we could actually just reinitialize, but yeah. Try that, and then we got like name text.text, shop item name, and then we got like description. I'm just gonna cache that. And then we're going to do update UI. We're going to create this code. Put this here. Cool. This should be enough for us to get this started. But create empty parent. That's not what we want. That is actually I didn't know about that, but that's good. Good to know. We call this like spell info. We already have most of it on the. I guess the spell selector has it in here, in the spell button and stuff. We'll just copy that over. Put it inside of that guy. Gotta have the icon, the name, and so on up here. Spell info. You can like put in the icon here. We could get the name, and we can get the description. And then the debug spell, we can just pick up something that we like. So let's take rail, for example. So now if I play, we're gonna see rail shoots a damaging rail. So that works. Good start. But the rail has different stuff on it. Alamiyagis, Sir Bunkins. I haven't worked a lot more. I kind of worked a little bit more on the ooze. So that still exists. However, it's I don't know what to do with it yet. It feels like I'm expanding the scope of the game, and I wanna let's just hold back a little bit. Stream is going okay. I'm so happy I'm back streaming again. Turns out I have a hard time not just whatever. It's not great when I'm not streaming. I don't get a lot done, and it's just generally a bad time. Fill that. Make sure it's black with like a little bit of transparency. Put it in the background here. CAD can be a thing. Okay, still works? Yes. Rail shoots a damaging rail. And I'm thinking maybe the pivot for this thing should be at 0, so that if I put that wherever, maybe even like this. On the other hand, maybe it should be in lists and stuff, so I'm not sure. Cool, so let's say the rail. Shop item spells rail. So rail has like, there are things on the rail spell, but then there's also like cost charges. And then it's got crit, which has, all these have values. And they have values that I want to expose. It's got interval and stuff. So what I want to do is create some kind of interface that I can enumerate along with these, called like stat info, stat info, and that will like give you back a some kind of structure that tells you, maybe like give you an icon, a little text, and a like something that tells you what the value is. For now, the easiest thing would be to just add a little text on each of those. So let's see if we can we've got spell info UI here. Let's create, I'm gonna create an interface called like spell info. It's gonna be spell info stat or something. It's just gonna have like should I have 2 functions, get the name and the modification, or just 1 function that gives us back a struct or class instance? Get name and value. Let's do that. And then what I'm thinking is in the UI, for now we're gonna, let's just do this. Transform stat root. Then we're gonna have to have some kind of public stat spell info stat UI stat prefab. We're gonna figure out exactly how this works. I'm gonna move this to the other file, and we're gonna actually change it. It's gonna be a list of some stat info. So class stat info, gonna be like a string name, or actually key, and then we can do it with the localization system or something. And value, and then we can have like red or green if it's up or down or whatever. But this is what we're gonna get, and we're gonna get a list of those. I guess we could get a dictionary at this point, but so we want our thing to return a list of stat info. Like this. And then we're gonna get this on initialize. You know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna feed this stat info. And then we're gonna get it from the other side on the spell. So when we update here, we're gonna do like stat root or destroy utils children. Like that, and then we will get all wait, this one isn't added. For each var, the interface ISIS spell info stat. No. Spell info stat. Yeah. I in get components in children. Info spell stats. Getting all those. Then we can do like stats add range. Pretty much just merging these. So ISIS.get stat spell stat infos. Now we're getting a list with all these. In one big list, and then we can do something with that. And we're going to create, for each entry in that, we're going to create that stat prefab thing. So for each var stat info in stats, we just do like instantiate I don't have time. My brain don't have time for this. We're gonna save the object. It's gonna be stat prefab. It's gonna be vector3.0. It's gonna be quaternion.identity, and most importantly, it's gonna be the parent should be stat root. Now we have that. Now we can initialize it using SI. So in theory, if that would work, it would like show us that thing. We can format it outside. Cool. So now we do like public. It's gonna do like two things. Public TM Pro name text and value text. When we initialize, we'll set name text.text to be statinfo.key, except let's do it using localization instead. So we're going to do like localized label, call this name label instead, and localized value label. And we're gonna have almost name label dot key equals that. We can have an initialize function, I guess. Only one of them we're gonna use. So key equals key. Can this happen before on enable? I don't think it can. Now instead we're going to do name label.initialize, and we put in statinfo.key. And now that the value is not going to be localized. It's mostly going to be like something. This is going to be value text.text equals statinfo value. Case K maybe. Should be all the problems. Yes, and now we want to make sure something like cast charges. Let's add the interface. I spell infostat implemented. Oh no. If you ask, I gotta change. So it's pale night now. Let's try ocean. So for cost charges, we want to know the count and the recharge interval. So we want to create new stat info key. We're gonna set to like stat info underscore charge count or something. I'm a little bit torn on the naming because normally in my English I have these. Yeah, it probably should be lowercase all the way through. Stat info, that could be one word. Stat info charge count. Value is going to be the stringified version. Maybe we can just do this for good times. Count current value. We also want to do the recharge. So like that. Recharge interval. Charge. What's it called? Recharge interval. Why is that so hard to... Am I doing something wrong? It looks correct. Okay, let's add this to our localization file. Call it charges, and then the other one, whatever we call that, long name. See what kind of error bank we have here. No errors, that's always good. So in the spell info, we're gonna add a, make it empty first. This one, it's gonna be the container for the stats. Vertical layout group, and then we're gonna have another empty, it's gonna be stat info. Gonna have the stat info UI. Spell info stat apparently, okay. I want to create two, just copy the description. Well, we can use both, I guess. And then here, really weird. Is it like backwards or upside down or what is it? There we go. I think the name is going to be the value 666, and this is going to be the key. This one is gonna have the localized label on it. No key. Let's set this up to be like the value is gonna be on the right. This is gonna be like anchored to the middle right of this, I guess. This is going to be anchored to the left. Come on. You could guess what I'm clicking on here in Unity. It's not that hard. Okay. So this one is over there. Shorter, like this. Why is... Oh, that should be the value text. This one that's on the right, centered. What is the... Oh, it's me. I made a boo-boo. Settings, no margin. The value will be roughly half. It's fine. It's gonna be the label. I just gotta call them value on label. Why not? Stat info, name label, value label. Good, and this is going to be a virtual layout group. Going to have some padding to the left. We control child width, not height. 10, 10, something like that. And then stat info is shorter, and if I duplicated it, it would do that. Instead, we're going to do, of course, not expand height. Nope. Absolutely not. That is removing the entire game. There we go. So let's make a prefab. Prefabs UI. I'm just gonna drop it in here. At some point we gotta maybe organize this a little bit. Stat info. Okay, so play. Is this gonna work? Nope. Why? Is there not adding anything there? No. Okay, think again. This returns the list. That should work. Spell info stat UI. We initialize that. And then that sets all the things. Should work. Spell info UI. Ah, I'm doing this on the wrong thing. It should be on the spell. Now maybe it works. Oh, look at that. Charges 1, recharge interval 15. So now if I go and upgrade this, it's getting more charges. Add charges to, oh, we don't have the rail. Add it to the dash, I guess. By the rail. Not heal. Rail. And then we do like add charges to rail. Nothing happens. But it's actually already applied down here because this one updates, but this one doesn't. We need to fix that. Compose spell has a list of spell mods, and it cannot change. I guess it can change at any point. So how do I keep track of if I need to update this? Oh, come on. Deathdrain, now I gotta change it again. Oh, that's not good for me today. What time is it, by the way? 34. I gotta go in like 20 minutes. Monokai? No. Ooh. This Oh, that's pretty nice. IU dark. It's a little bit warm. I would like something slightly colder. That's the rules. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a public event system action spell mod spell mods changed. Spell mods changed plus equals no. Question mark invoke spell mod. Push that there. And then in spell info UI, while I'm initializing, I'm gonna say spell dot am I gonna reuse this object? Probably not. Just update the whole UI, why not? When that changes, and in theory now it should work. So we got a rail there. Let's make sure we actually own it too, and then we do like add charges. And apply to the rail, and then oh wait, I'm clicking, I should be clicking here. Now it says 2 charges, and then we do like faster recharge, and we apply that to rail 2. Now its recharge interval is this many seconds. I think the title has let me see, stat info, here it is. I think this value has uppercase. It should not have. That's better. So this gives us the stats that are there, but it doesn't show the actual spell mods that we have on. Also, we haven't added. Let's take a look again at like the charges is the most important one, I think. But spell crit, for example, should have this too. Let's go to cost charges and copy this, and then go to spell crit and add spell stat info and do like implement, and then go replace that with this. Call this crit chance. Damage multiplier. This is gonna be percent. Do we have as percent? Yes. Now that's already a string, so we can remove the template string. And then we have like almost the same, so it's gonna be crit multiplier or crit damage multiplier. This is also gonna be a percent, so damage multiplier dot current value dot as percent. In theory, this should work. Hey again, Wills. How you doing? Yeah, so now we get stat info, crit chance, and crit damage multiplier. Let's copy those over to the... No. Crit chance. Crit damage multiplier. What do I do with casing? Recharge interval. It's not looking good yet, but it's gonna be pretty good things. Now it's like crit damage multiplier is 300%. Yeah. It's a decent start. It is too small. Let's put this in here so we can style it a little bit before we go ahead. I think the value in the label should have the same. We can't do multi. Okay. Let's do like 4 on both. And then the label is going to be wider. The value smaller. Like this. Also would be nice with a little bit of I'm thinking maybe this doesn't word wrap. So we do like disable there. Just if there's a long one, we'll do that. Actually, well, let's just do that, and then let's add another thing. Let's create an image under here that's going to be like a separator. UI image height 1 pixel. Make it like that, and then we just do low alpha on that so we can see it. Not too much. This seems like height is much bigger than 1 pixel. So like this. Let's apply our changes. Oh shit. Of course. Okay, ready your stuff. You want it, how big do you want it? It's not gonna be perfect screenshot button, okay? You can always watch the VOD if you want to. Okay. So how did the UI look? That's better, right? It's gonna be extremely small on the Switch though. I think the text needs to be bigger. There's no way around it. Charges could also be like, wouldn't that be better if it looked like whatever if it looked like that instead, and then finger pistol, yeah. Charges, rail, and it updates, yes, and then faster recharge, rail, yeah. It works. No. Here it looks reasonably sized, I would say. Larger text, less spacing. Shit, I hate it, but it's gonna be that way. 5 value label At least 5, maybe 6. I think we had 5 something before. We didn't apply it. It's yeah, you gotta be careful. Like I'll be 40 next year and I wear glasses, and it's gonna be weird if I can't read the text even. So let's just hope we can get that sorted. This I think I could read. Like I can bring it up on a smaller screen. You also you keep your smaller screens like closer. So, but I think this is where it should be. Possibly a little bit bigger for the Switch, but not a lot. A little bit. The thing with the crit damage multipliers is actually normal damage plus this, so it's 400%. Did you work alone? Yes. Well, I didn't. It's not alone. Like I've done everything except the music and sound. So I do coding and graphics, and then maybe I'm getting a little bit of help with publishing stuff, marketing, and all that stuff. Hopefully. So we'll see. So our spell info here seems pretty good. Should we try to make that appear when you're hovering over this? So we're gonna need to make this a prefab. Cool. So spell info is set up. Now we go to our HUD, we go to our spell bar icon, and then we're gonna add the prefab. Create a new one for like. Oh, we got tooltip here. It's nice. Actually, gonna remove all these. We're not gonna need it at all. So now we're gonna have a public reference to a spell info stat UI. Tooltip prefab. So we're not gonna show the tooltip root. We don't even have that anymore. This is all nice. Update tooltip we don't care about. On pointer enter, this is where the magic happens. So this is where we gotta keep a reference to if we're showing a tooltip. So spell info stat UI tooltip. We just do, if we're entering tooltip, it's gonna be instantiate prefab, whatever we call it, tooltip prefab at transform. Well, do we instantiate inside ourselves? Maybe. So we do transform.position, and then we do like quaternion identity, and then we do like transform here, just to easily position it. And then tooltip.initialize with spell. And then we go here and we say like if spell or if tooltip not equals null. We can do this even if it doesn't exist. We just destroy it. So destroy tooltip game object. It doesn't like spell. Oh, should be spell info UI, not spell. Yes. yes. So create it, initialize it, destroy it. Yeah, I think that's sort of what should be needed. Give me a VS Code theme name now. I'm using IU Dark. Gonna use something else. IU Mirage. I'm changing it. It's one of the rules of the channel. Thanks. That should go over, shouldn't it? In case we sell it and there are some issues. That can go there too. All good. So now this should work. Spellbar icon. What do we want? We want spell info something. This goes. Should be an empty prefabs thing here. Oh, there's errors. Update tooltip. We don't need that anymore. Do it by events. Well, Simon, you also a tired person? Oh shit! I gotta go in 5 minutes. Here we go. Now we can put that spell info here. Hold over, and now we can see charges 1 recharge interval. That works. Cool. We pick up, say, arcane shards. Charges 8. Oh, look at that text. It's not wrapping up there. We gotta fix that. Recharge interval charges. Do the same with like. Interval. I spell stat info. And then we will return new list stat info and then new stat info with key being what do we call this? Like stat info cost interval value is gonna be wait, this is not JavaScript. Kinda do not like the color of this text either. Is there anything else fun down here? Dracula. Progressive rock or fusion jazz. Yeah, it's in there. So the value is going to be interval is a second thing, so we're going to do this. Interval, current value, and then seconds after. Let's go to comma. Have one too many. And this one needs a semicolon. This needs to go into English. Call it cost interval, lowercase, I guess. What do I do? Control or command KU? KL? I don't have time. So this should immediately give us access to There's a recharge interval, but there's no cost interval on that one. I think this one needs to grow bigger to fit everything. This is another problem. So then that's gonna have to scroll, and then you can't scroll because you're inside. It's like a tooltip, and yeah, we're screwed. We'll come up with icons for these later, and then you'll learn. Delete. Good. So the problem now is the spell info container doesn't fit its so this means that we got spell info has got to be a vertical layout group. And then we don't force expand. And then we create a new empty, not inside of the background, but this is going to be like the header. The background is going to be a layout element, and it's going to be like ignore layout, and it's going to be fill, and it's going to be the first thing. And then header is going to be a thing. It's roughly like that, and that's going to contain all the stuff there. That's right. This one is super weird. Why is this? This one is upside down, it seems. It shouldn't be too long anyway. Wait. That's gonna work, I think. Now this one should word wrap. Yes, that's enabled. Now the container is going to have the content size fitter on it, and vertical fit should be min size or something. And then if we duplicate this is going to grow bigger, and then the spell info is also going to have the content size fitter on it, and it's going to be preferred. And then if we remove a few of these, it's going to go away, and then where is the pivot is still down there, so that should still work. Delete. Try this. Well, that looks okay. So now we pick up arcane shards. This one is in there, but it doesn't seem to. There's another F2. What's this? If I still didn't get the cost interval stuff. Okay, don't get it. I didn't get it. pick up like arcane shards and then yeah, it's in there. It says there cost interval. Okay, that's good. Yeah, these are gonna be too small on the Switch. I think so. I can zoom the UI, so it's fine, but it's gonna be hard to keep these with this layout. That's part of it, and now the second part that I want to do is to do a similar thing for the spell mods. But we don't have time today, because now I gotta go. Cool beans. I'm heading out. Okay, so we'll see. Tomorrow, probably, maybe not. I think I gotta do some other work. But in theory, Monday could be a day for us to meet again. So yeah. Should we raid someone? We should raid someone. Twitch.tv. Spires has a lot of viewers today. Let's drop you off there too. Raid. Can I like control V? So I guess that, be nice to Spires. Have it easy. Have it easy. Yeah, have it easy. That's good. Hugs and kisses.
On start, we're gonna do dynamic